Hello, guys. Good evening, and welcome back once again to this amazing channel called ODA Class. Now, what exactly are we doing in this session? In this video, you will see how cool can it be? How awesome can it be? How cool can you be? So, if you want to learn more, first of all, make sure that you in your phone have downloaded this ODA Class app. It is the best place to learn things, especially in maths and science. And once you come here, you are going to know how much fun learning can be. So, before I start the class itself, before I go on to the session details itself, let me tell you that in the description below, you're gonna find a link that leads you to one of the best things that you might see this week. And that happens to be the bridge course. It's a course that starts on Monday. It's already Friday today, only 2 days left to start this course, and this is going to guarantee a lot of fun filled things for you. What are all these things? 1 week, that means 7 days of learning coming for you guys. And how do you learn? You learn three maths and three science class. You're gonna do two full chapters. You're gonna complete a lot of concepts once you come here, and it does not stop here. Because once you're learning, you're bound to get some doubts. Who's gonna clear it out? That is going to be the personal mentor teacher just for you. Your support, your bolstering effect, and that is where you will feel that you know what? Everything is covered just because my mentor teacher is there. It does not stop yet. There's going to be homework on the app. There's going to be tests on the app as well. And if I finish it off, there's going to be PDF books for you. You can download it and keep it for your future reference. You can share it with your buddies. And on top of that, whenever you are coming into this bridge course, your parents can also enjoy. There's going to be parent teacher meeting. We share the study reports of each and every student, and that is where it makes the difference. That is where you will say that yes, this is the place and this is the right place where I always wanted to be. Just check it out. The description is below, and you're gonna find this link in that description. As soon as you click on it, you have made the first step towards your academic success, and I hope to see a lot of you there in this bridge course. Now, let's start this session. I'll quickly introduce myself. My name is Udit Gupta, and I've done my BTech from NIT Allahabad. I will be your physics master teacher, and I carry more than 9 years of teaching experience. All of this will be imparted to you in this session. You'll get a glimpse of how good I can be, of how good ODA class can be, and there are more than 1 lakh students who have benefited from me, who have benefited from ODA class. And do you want to be the next one? Let's see. Let's check out how cool can it be? How awesome can it be? So once I talk about this, the first thing that comes to every student's mind is that can I define temperature? Do I know what temperature is? What exactly do we mean by this term temperature? So we simply say that if you can measure how hot or how cold anything can be, that is what temperature is all about. It is the measure of coldness or hotness in a body. Now, there is one more term that a lot of students confuse up with. So I have a quiz for you so that you can remember it for a longer period of time. The degree of measure of hotness or coldness. Is it heat or is it temperature? You just learned that this is temperature. So we're going to say B option. Thank you. You're the correct one. And we're going to take it. We're going to move forward. Let's see what is the next thing that we get. The next thing is that if you know that temperature measures hotness or coldness, you might be thinking, how do we measure this temperature? Now, in these times right now that we live in, You must have seen that in a lot of public places, there's one thing that is being checked for each and every individual, and that is their temperature. So how do we measure the temperature? We use something called as a thermometer. A thermometer is the device that is used to measure temperature. It could be contact, it could be non-contact. There's a lot of varieties of thermometer that come in the market, but you should just know this basic thing that this bad boy actually measures the temperature. All right, if you have understood this as well, maybe you can answer me the second quiz very easily, that by which instrument are we going to measure temperature? Is it a thermostat or is it a thermometer? Obviously, once again, B option happens to be the correct one. Thermometer is the correct option. We measure temperature using this instrument. Thermostat, as a matter of fact, is another instrument that we use in air conditioners, that we use in places that cool things up like a refrigerator, and so on and so forth. So now, if we move on to the next point of temperature, that how do we measure it? We measure it using a thermometer, but is there any unit in which we measure it? Yes, there are some three units that we define for temperature. You must know all these three units by heart, that these are the three units that can be seen anywhere, and they happen to be degree Celsius, which is given something like this, degree Fahrenheit, which is given something like this, and degree Kelvin. The only thing to notice here is that in degree Kelvin, there is no zero as the superscript before this K. In degree Celsius and degree Fahrenheit, we need to put this, but for degree Kelvin, we will just say the capital letter K. I hope that you have understood what are the different units of temperature. So finally, we'll see one more thing. We'll see one more quiz before we go on to the coolest part, that which one of these is not a unit of temperature. So once I see the options are Celsius, Fahrenheit, meters, and Kelvin, I think all of them are incorrect, because if we have to say, we should say degree Celsius, degree Fahrenheit, and degree Kelvin. These three are the units of temperature. Meter, on the other hand, is not the unit of temperature. So if I have to answer this, I'll probably go with option number C over here. I hope you've understood all of this. So let us see how cool can it be. What is the coolest temperature that you can achieve, that we can achieve, that we want to but haven't been able to? This is what is called as the absolute zero. Absolute zero is the temperature that you can say is also 0 Kelvin, and this 0 Kelvin, if you want to just convert it to degree Celsius, you say it is negative of 273.15 degrees Celsius. This is the coolest that we can achieve. We haven't been able to achieve it yet. If you talk about how cool can it be, till now, whatever we have done, we've reached very close to it. We have reached to some pico kelvins and femto kelvins, that is almost to the power 10 to the power minus 12. But still, exact zero, absolute zero has not been breached. Maybe we will breach it sometime later. But let me tell you what you can breach. You can breach your academics in a fun little way. And before we go on to that part, let's see what is this slide telling us about. This is telling us about that if we want to go there, if we just want to reach that 0 Kelvin, maybe we're just trying to go near to it. How do we do that? There are two types of cooling that we actually do. Laser cooling followed by evaporative cooling. Now, what do we do in laser cooling? In laser cooling, we send in the photons through that laser, and what's happening is that whatever energy that you impart to these photons, once they hit the gas, once they hit that thing which has to be cooled, they take out the energy. So when the photons are being re-emitted, once they are coming out, they have even more energy than what they initially had. So this means they took out the energy from the required thing and they got it to be even more cooler. Now, once you have that little bit of cooling, you want even more, you go towards evaporative cooling, where you have selective removal of the most energetic electrons. If you have most energetic atoms from the system that you take out, then obviously you cool it up. And once you cool it up, you try to reach near that 0 Kelvin. Now, if you want to reach towards the best learning app, that happens to be the ODA app. You can find the link in the description below. There's going to be a bridge course that you're going to be directed towards. And let me tell you, all these things, 1 week of learning, a mentor teacher for you, homework and test on the app, more than five, in fact, a total of 6 classes for you, innumerable concepts that you are going to cover, and the link is right there. You just need to click on that link and make sure that you are directed towards one of the best learning apps that is present over here. And one final thing before I go, not only do you learn, you also earn. If you attend those classes, if you come into the bridge course, you're going to get some super awesome ODA coins through which you can redeem all these super amazing goodies that we have kept just for you. I hope you're ready to take them all. If you are ready to take them all, do not forget to check the link in the description below. This was all that we had from the class today. If you loved it, do not forget to like and share with your friends. And if you don't want to miss anything, please make sure you subscribe this channel.